that mindset come from, that defensive mindset, when you're an offensive gifted player like yourself?
Well, I think that's a truly competitive person. Some players will call themselves competitive, but you're not truly competitive if you're going to compete at one end of the floor. That's not what true competitive people do.
In competition, once again, Kobe, the thing that drives you so much, even on the practice floor, you and Jordan are so much alike in that regard. Is it important to go with your teammates and challenge them in those practices that you recall?
You have to challenge them, because if you don't, then they become conditioned to not have those challenges every day, right? So if you come off of a night, you have a back-to-back, for example, you have a practice the next morning, it's our responsibility to step into that practice and challenge them as if it was the game that we just played the night before. Right? Because if you do not, and you don't have that competitive spirit day in and day out, where then you feel like you can take games off, because you can take practices off, because you just don't have it in practice. Right? So it's our job to bring that every single day so that competing just becomes a habit for them.
And you learn about their mental endurance, their physical endurance during those practices.
Well, yeah, you challenge them to learn about themselves. Right? You challenge them to think about themselves. Can I push a little extra? I'm going to have to, because he's going to be like crazy. And if I don't meet that challenge, I'm going to have to hear his mouth all practice long. I'm going to have to hear his mouth on the plane. I'm going to have to hear his mouth on the bus. I'm going to have to hear his mouth in the locker room.
Yeah.
And I'd rather just compete.
Kobe, I'm assuming that you've had teammates come back later and say, Kobe, you made me a better player.
Yeah, well, the thing is, when we're playing together, they don't like it very much, because I'm always challenging them. But then at the end, like, even to this day, we're all very close. We're all great friends, because they knew what I was trying to do was trying to push them to be the best version of themselves.
And the trend around the league, Kobe, is more offense, more three-pointers, certainly spacing, fluid offense, scoring is up around the league in a measurable way from, it seems like, year to year. Do you like the way this is trending, or do you think the NBA should maybe put a governor on this, harness it in just a little bit?
Well, I think it'll swing back to the way it was. Yeah, because the game is going through that progression before. It's constantly evolving. And so I think you'll see it swing back eventually. You'll have a couple teams that are just big and may have a dominant post player, and all of a sudden you're going inside, and then that team will win a championship, and then the rest of the teams in the league will try to copycat the way the game is played that way. Then things will swing back. So it was just natural evolution of the game, I think.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the lead just enough to keep him on a rhythm.
A little over-aggressive. He's got to dial it back. He wants to stay on the floor. 2,000 the first. Tough to overcome.
Thomas checked in for the Lakers. And the Bulls making a change also. Armstrong's checked in. MJ
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. And after 20 years in the NBA, Kobe, you were able to play with so many teammates. Can you make a short list of some of your favorites over the years?
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Pau Gasol.
Yeah.
Derek Fisher.
And a quality person.
Oh, yeah, I mean, just the nicest guy you'll ever meet.
Yeah, right.
You know? And Derek Fisher, Oni Turiaf, who's one of my all-time favorites. Lamar Odom, Shaq, obviously, Robert Horry, Rick Fox. I mean, I've been very fortunate to play with some great teams. Horace Grant, AC Green. Let's go Brian Harper. I can go on and on all day long. Ryan Shaw. I was very fortunate to have some really good teammates.
Pippen, the pass to Williams. Randall grabs the board. The Lakers trail. Pass to Thomas. Feeds to Ingram. Over Williams. And the Lakers with another miss.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. To be out of position, you can see the frustration. And he gives that rim a good tug on the way down.
Well, that's how you drive your point home right there. Thomas dishes to Ingram. Back to Thomas. There's the three. Threw it on the triple. Thomas got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Against Lynn, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
10,000 hours of practice at work here, blocking out all distractions and just shooting your shot.
And so it's the Lakers with it. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
And unfortunately for them, they just ran into a hot shooting team and really had no answers.
But this is what happens when you take nothing away defensively. Just too inactive in this game on that end of the floor.
Bulls shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. A free throw good from Pippen. seconds left in the first quarter. It's a floater. Not going to go that time. And we'll be back with you shortly. Second quarter, and no Jay Latina. Specialized jerseys on display. Well, it seems like with more threes and more skill-based play, the league is adapting more of a European style of play. You grew up in Italy, Kobe. You know about that style. You appreciated that style. How did that impact your personal development as a player?
Well, tremendously. I mean, if you look at the era in which I grew up in Italy, you look at the players that came out of it. Whether it's myself, Pau Gasol, Manu Ginobili. I mean, there's a lot of players that grew up in that same time frame that play the game fundamentally sound because I think all of the coaches here in America were doing camps and clinics for coaches overseas.
Like Julie Brown, right?
Exactly.
You always go overseas.
Exactly. And so we were products of that teaching. So all of our coaches growing up were implementing the fundamentals and the basics of the game taught by these amazing American coaches. So we're kind of fortunate in terms of the time that we grew up.
Channing Frye out there with Randall. Then it's Isaiah Thomas. And it's Kuzma in at the three. That's the Laker 5. They set the pick. Here's Frye. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And Kobe, while those coaches were imparting the fundamentals abroad, did that get lost in translation, you think, here in the States?
I think they just took it for granted. I think players took it for granted. And you start seeing the teaching starts slipping. It's like if you have a parent that's constantly telling you to clean the room, after a while you start tuning out.
Yes.
But I think a lot of that is what happened here in America, which is why you see some of our fundamental skills erode over time.
Are you saying that your girls, your 14-year-old, they tune you out?
Oh my God, man. I can say something a million times. If Beyonce says it one time,
Yeah. It's law.
That's it. I've been saying the same thing for years. No one listens to me.
Now that one, the Bulls' lead has been cut to just 7 on the basket from Randall. Jordan inside, lays it up and banks it in. Jordan's got 4 points now in the quarter. Hey, Kobe, you know, when you take a look at great NBA rivalries, your mind goes more to the past than the present. I'm not sure why that is, but maybe you can enlighten us why rivalries seem to matter more or were more in our minds from yesteryear as opposed to today.
Because we can recall where we were when. Right?
Yeah,
The recollection is always more powerful in retrospect, right? I mean, that's always, you remember where you were when, Magic hit that running hook shot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Some people can remember where they were when Nelson hit that shot that bounced off the back of the rim and almost touched the rafters and fell back in. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I think it's those memories that create a lasting impact. And even though in today's game, there's no real rivalries in today's game, there are. But they're only sink in over time.
So you think the Cleveland Golden State rivalry, because the greats are on opposite sides, there will linger and will resonate like that?
Absolutely.
Kuzma, and that one drops for him. Some say, Kobe, that the shooting guard crop in the NBA right now, a little light in terms of depth, not quite as many top 2 guards as we used to see play the game. Who do you like among some of the 2 guards you see now in the NBA?
Well, it depends who we're considering the 2 guard.
Right,
The
they just blend,
twos,
don't
the
they?
threes, they all just blend.
Combo guards, you're playing some forward position. It's tough, isn't it?
Yeah. So, shooting guards to me are guards that have to do everything. You have to be able to play the post. You have to be able to play the perimeter. You have to be able to play the point. You have to do everything. So, I'll put Russell Westbrook in that category. James Harden in that category. Kawhi Leonard in that category. I guess a lot of players I'm forgetting. Even Giannis, I would say, is a 2 guard because of what he does.
Yes.
So there's a lot of talented guards out there.
Did you like the ball in your hand, bringing it up, or would you have rather someone else bring it up, then get it to you in the half court, and then do what you did?
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm jealous about Michael. Because Michael didn't have to do that. He had
Right.
Pippen.
That's right. Who always brought it up?
Yeah,
Yes.
so he could focus on coming off the screens and catching and shooting. He didn't have to think about facilitating first. He could think about scoring and then passing out of double teams.
Knocks down the 3 ball. So, Kobe, in retrospect, what has caught your eye now, a year away from the game, that perhaps didn't resonate when you played the game?
The time is hard to do it, right? Because when you step away from the game, you realize all the things that you missed. You know, all the taking the kids here, being there, being at home with them, just giving our newborn baby a bath every single night, like those things, right? But when you're playing, you're so immersed, so obsessed over the game
That's your job.
that you don't even realize what you're missing. You don't even know. Like I don't even see it. Wasn't even aware. So having that perspective now is, has changed things.
All alone. And another basket for the Lakers.
He didn't score the ball much in the first quarter, but he has been really, really solid during the second quarter. I expect a big game from him now.
Here's Jordan, fouled in the act of shooting. A three-point play chance coming up.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. Maurice Harkless is checked in for the Bulls. Napier comes in for Armstrong. Free throw good, Jordan. Lakers trail by 13. And there's the pass to Mahorn. And there's the foul. It'll go on Mo Harkless. That is his first foul of the game. Williams, he's checked in for Pippen. Back to Thomas. Three-pointer. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Not the biggest fan of that shot, but he had the space to get it off, so why not?
Harkless kicks to Jordan. Harkless on the wing. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
For Chicago, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. The first free throw is good. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Well, I have to say, it's been quite a fun night with you, Kobe, joining our broadcast tonight. Thank you for spending some time with us and our fans. I'm sure they've all enjoyed it.
No, thank you. I've enjoyed it as well, man. It's been an absolute pleasure.
And Brett, you know firsthand the level of basketball IQ Kobe had when he played. Always interesting to hear what he has to say about the game.
Well, absolutely, Kevin. Kobe's one of the ultimate competitors and understands every nuance of the game. So nice to have some Mamba moments here for us.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Now, when your opponent's down and frustrated, this is when you can turn it up.
Ball's not loose. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Jordan with it. Now, Thomas defending. A shot by Jordan, no good. Lakers trail by 13.
Yeah, looking up at the scoreboard, guys, that's his third foul, and his coach has to consider now sitting him down.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group. Only around 75%.
Here is Armstrong. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Ellis can't get it to go.
Credit the defense, wisely avoiding fouling the shooter. Don't want to give up a personal there. And he made him attempt a difficult layup.
That'll do it for the first half.
We welcome you back to the halftime show on 2K Sports. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. They played a determined brand of basketball in the second quarter and began to pull away as we reached the half. That 11-point lead must be looking good to them right now. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
I like their commitment to that inside game, boy. Get it inside to the post. Got to be scoring in the post, splashing to the basket. Just shoot the high percentage shot. No jumpers, no threes. They're being a more aggressive team, a more physical team. They're definitely going to win this game, Ernie.
Bruce, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. What a game we're seeing from Michael Jordan.
And the defense was soft in that first half.
Lakers trail by 11. Taking a look at the Bulls. Napier is out there with Jordan. Then it's Williams. Then there's Pippen. And it's King at the 5 down low. Randall passes the ball. In the corner, it's Ingram. 5 on the clock. Lopez sets a screen for Ingram. Off the mark and a chance to trim it to single digits. Jordan against Caldwell Pope. Front past the arc, and Jordan gets it to go. Jordan's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Bulls.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
And you could try to key in on him, but that's tough. They run plays that routinely give him makeable looks.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Williams dishes to Pippen from downtown, and the Bulls get it back. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. It's good. Ingram's got 6.
The determination of Ingram is simply awesome. I mean, maintaining control on the drive despite the obvious contact.
Pippen kicks to Jordan. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
The defense looking at him like a Rubik's Cube. They cannot figure him out. He continues to light him up from the field. More importantly, they're winning.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And one thing they'll discuss are the defensive rotations. The other is in the matchups.
We're seeing very little help defense on the inside, and even when there is help, it's been ineffective.
Caldwell Pope passes to Ingram. And the rejection by Pippen.
He seems to be forcing just a little bit out there. He needs to play a little calmer, a little smarter, with a little bit more poise if they're going to win this one.
Randall kicks the ball. There's the pick. Brent, we know the regular season is a grind. We also know that revenue is king. Could you imagine a time when we'd actually have to play more than 82 games?
That's interesting, Kevin, because a lot of the times the argument you've heard over the course of the past 5 or 6 seasons, Kevin, is the opposite of that 65-game schedule. Why not reduce the schedule? Stars playing in every game, less back-to-backs, more time for recovery. So the idea of 82 games being extended beyond that, I don't think that that's in the realm of possibility.
65, 68 games in that shortened season a couple years ago. It was terrific to watch.
It was, and so we'll see if the league does that. But in your question alone, Kevin, you said it. Cash is king. 82 is the number we're going to settle in, I think, for quite some time.
Pippen dishes to Jordan. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Lakers trail by 9. Ball kicks to Randall. Not loose. Williams with the steal. Pippen the pass to King. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on Los Angeles. For Chicago, they have shot the ball well from the free throw line. 8 of 9. And he knocks down the first one. He's perfect from the line this time. Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. And Fry kicks to Caldwell Pope. Here's Randall, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
King's shot is off. 3 on 3. Here's Ball, and the Lakers with another miss. The Bulls leading by 11. Here's Pippen. And it's Pippen slamming it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Got a piece of it. On defense, Chicago. Now here's Randall. Caldwell Pope with a screen for Randall. Shot clock at 6. From about 16, the offensive rebound knocked away and stolen by Napier. Here's Jordan, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the Lakers get called for the foul. He's shooting free throws, number 4 and foul here. Isaiah Thomas, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And a change for the Bulls. Harkless is checked in.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And the Lakers call time here. We see Michael Jordan really having a great game.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
Ellis, he's checked in for Chicago. Tice.
That's how you do it. Randall, that's how you do it.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Under Armour. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Excellent work by the talented people on our production.
I see you, big dog.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. Here's Harkless. And that one drops for him.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Thomas a screen. Snatched away. Pass to Pippen. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. From 13, Kuzma can't get it to go. Pippen kicks to Ellis. 1:09 left in the third quarter. The shot will not fall. Caldwell Pope with some nice D. Lakers trail by 17. Thomas passes to Kuzma. Thomas dishes to Randall. Pass to Caldwell Pope. 5 to shoot. From deep, Thomas. It's hauled in by Pippen. Pippen's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Randall. It's deflected.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring, but let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
And they pick up 2. 6 points for him.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game. 17 seconds left in the third quarter. Thomas kicks to Ingram. Lopez inside. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Lopez has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Whatever drawbacks Lopez may have, scoring in the post isn't one of them. He is a nightmare for opposing defenses to deal with down low.
And so it's the Chicago Bulls out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Back right after this. We're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. The Bulls leading by 17. Randall is the 4 with Lopez in the middle. Ward is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Ingram hit the 3. That's the Laker 5. Ellis right side, shot clock at 5. From 17 feet out, that one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And Ellis known as a volume shooter, especially from the mid-range there, where he can be deadly.
Tipped away. Dishes to Ingram. Ellis on the double team. Here's Lopez. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
You hear a lot about rim protection. This is a good example of how valuable it can be.
Pippen can't hit. Lakers trail by 19. Here's Hart. And off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. It's Pippen with the drive. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Thomas kicks to Randall. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Hart, that's good.
That floater is a thing of beauty, effective when it's used the right way.
Upside Pippen. Shoots over Ingram, and it's Pippen missing.
He's still looking for his shot. Somehow they're winning. They'd like to get him going.
Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a 3-point play chance.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And the Lakers making a change here. Ball's checked in. That free throw good from Randall. Chicago leading by 16. Here's Pippen. And it's Pippen with the jam.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk. He got a power finish. And the Lakers call time here. We've seen Michael Jordan really having a great game.
Yeah, I know the defense has 5 guys, but collectively they're no match for this guy. He is roasting them.
Bulls on D. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Now, here's Ball. He's tightly guarded. Clock at 6. Lopez outside. Here's Hart. Los Angeles with another miss.
Solid rebound there, and with a score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Then Jordan slams it
Bitch.
in.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim wrap.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. Pass to Hart. Hit by Randall. Randall a screen on Armstrong. Ball kicks to Randall. Here's Lopez. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Hits that one. Nice pass, leading him to the bucket.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
And he makes that one. Pippen's got 21 in the game.
And this quarter has been all about him. You feel every shot he's going to take is going in.
Ball, the pass to Lopez. In other sports, the drafts have so many rounds, the scouts have a lot of work to do, but with only 2 rounds in the NBA draft, Brent, can the GM really just cover most of it?
I think the GMs, at least the smartest GMs, Kevin, have a great team behind them that gets out there, gathers as much information as possible, and does as much in terms of not only the play, but the player, the dynamics of the player, his characteristics, what he's about, to bring all that information to a general manager and present it to him before the draft. Teams do a great job of targeting guys that they think are going to enhance their roster.
And now the international realm comes into play too.
Well, if I signed you up for my Mediterranean scouting service, Kevin, would you do it?
I do it for free.
I'll see you over there.
Picked by Randall. Ball kicks to Ingram. Here's Randall. He makes the Johnny from the left block.
Not a stellar first half, but he's become an absolute machine scoring the ball in the second.
And stolen by Randall. The dish to Ball. Back to Randall. Knocks it loose. Taken away by Williams. Here's Jordan. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a 4-1 foul.
And Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way, as much as you just saw him do there. Glad they
Take a
pinned
break.
a
Take a
flagrant
break.
on him.
Yeah, you're right, Greg.
2
The
shots.
officials were all over it. They weren't going to let him off the hook that time. And he knocks down the first one. Brett, we look at some of the classic rivalries between teams. They don't look as emotionally charged nowadays, at least just by the first appearance. Is there a way to get that back the way it was?
I don't think so, Kevin, just because everything is too accessible for us. It used to be that the distance between those cities seemed to be the exact mileage that the cities were that far apart. Now you can pick up your phone and you feel like if you're in San Francisco, you might as well be in LA.
Sure.
And so it's really hard to get that dynamic to happen. It's got to happen more organically, which is what we've seen between Golden State and Cleveland appearing in the finals the past couple of years. That's really helped the league to see those two teams do battle for the league's greatest prize.
The Bulls leading by 21. Can he keep it going? And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Yeah, you can't make any excuses right now for them giving the ball up as much as they have in this one. Hopefully they can get on the same page during this timeout.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Michael Jordan.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer.
And with their spot in the postseason assured, he's picking up just at the right time to be on top of his game. Now, Ball. Lopez a screen. Ingram kicks the ball. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play. He's been an absolute marksman the entire second half. Hard to imagine what anyone can do right now to slow him down.
Lopez a screen. Ball kicks to Randall. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession.
Yeah, tremendous hustle just to get a hand on that one.
Anticipation, reads the play all the way. So close to a steal.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Ellis goes in. Tice. And that's good. A nice job in the glass as they pick up 2 on the second effort.
Bucket earned, out muscling and out hustling everybody for the rebound.
Back to Ennis. Here's Fry. No good. Shot missing. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Ellis. Rebounded by Hart. Ellis has gone only 1 of 5 shooting from the floor. Here's Ellis.
And he might be small for a center, but boy, can he jump out of the building.
Ellis dishes to Williams. Corner shot. And Monte Ellis the bucket on the assist by Williams. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. Trying to cut into this lead, bad time for a miscue.
Yeah, they may have some ants in the pants right here. You just have to take what the defense gives you.
Here's Ellis. No good that time. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. Dang gets a wide open look. A 3-pointer off the mark. Now here's Ellis. He's covered closely. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long.